1035 WEZL, on the web at WEZL.com. Keith Urban, and Put You in a Song. He, by the way, has a re-release of his CD out today. Not only has Justin Bieber re-released his movie, Keith Urban has decided to re-release his latest album, Get Closer. It's available on iTunes as a deluxe edition. They've added some music to it. The 8 original tracks. They have thrown in 3 new studio tracks and 4 live recordings from the Love, Pain, and Whole Crazy Thing World Tour.
Well, that's cool.
So you're getting a handful of, you're getting 7 new songs on this thing, if you buy it now. And a cool story about one of the songs called, what was it, Georgia Woods. Keith Urban is a collector of guitars. Guy's nuts about guitars. He is one who appreciates the history of the music and where it came from. He owns Waylon Jennings guitar.
The black and white one from Dukes of Hazzard?
The Waylon Jennings guitar.
Man.
And the song, Georgia Woods, was actually originally written with that guitar. He sat and wrote and picked it out on that guitar to get that sound and that vibe going, and actually recorded the song using Waylon's guitar. And he's very excited. He said it's like playing the Holy Grail.
Wow. I bet it would be.
You know, so for him it means a great deal. And I appreciate that fact a lot. In fact, I didn't buy the first CD, Get Closer, but I'll go buy the deluxe edition
just because of his appreciation of all things old.
Exactly. All things that have meant something over the years.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean
just
because it's old doesn't mean you appreciate it. I mean,
no,
you don't appreciate anything old. You don't like old people.
I do.
No, you don't.
Gary is convinced of that. That hurts my feelings sometimes, that Gary always says, I know how you feel about old people. He always has to preface it with that, but that's not the case at all. I don't.
Well, we're just going on things
Gary.
that you say. That's
I can
all.
Understand, I can understand where you would be into that Keith Urban stuff, because you're into guitars.
Yeah, well,
it's
I get whatever you're into. If whatever you collect, if it's somebody famous in that arena had this, and now guitars or whatever, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I think I'll buy that today just because of that.
Does that have a distinct sound? I mean, when I hear couple of riffs of a Waylon song, I know it's Waylon Jennings.
Yeah.
Does a guitar give you that sound?
Well, I mean, Zach Brown's guitar has a sound. You know it instantly when you hear it. Willie's guitar has a sound. You know it when you hear it.
It's got a big hole in it.
Well, but that's all he plays. You know it when you hear it. You know.
He's even said that
you give Willie a new guitar, he probably wouldn't be able to play it.
No, it wouldn't sound right.
He said that I will retire when my guitar breaks down, and it's probably not that far away. By
the way, a little more Keith Urban news here. Remember, we told you a couple of weeks back about Keith and Nicole's latest child. It was not we were surprised that it was here because she never showed being pregnant, and it was because they had a
gestational carrier.
Exactly. Not a surrogate mother, they had a gestational carrier. It was their kid placed in another woman who carried the baby to term, delivered it, and then gave it back to them. A gestational carrier. It's different than her eggs and that kind of. Anyway, Nicole was on the Australian version of 60 Minutes over the weekend, and really got emotional talking about it. But she said, bottom line is this: I've had difficulty getting pregnant and delivering children my entire life. That's why Tom Cruise and I adopted kids.
Right.
And now they're older. But she said, when we were able to get pregnant and gave birth, it was a remarkable thing, but it can't happen again. And we wanted another child. It's impossible it's just not going to happen with me. So that's why we did the gestational carrier. We wanted another child of our own, and this was our way to do it. So that explained that whole process.
And that worked out for everybody.
Everybody wins.
I'm sure the gestational carrier got
taken care of,
and
they have a second baby.
And that baby will never want for anything.
Yeah, it's really cool. Faith Margaret Kidman, Urban.
Now, is the Australian version of 60 Minutes, is it as long as the show we have here?
I think they're about 12 hours ahead of us. I think it's about 67 minutes.
Okay.
Because of the time difference.
Once you do the math.
Yeah, once you do the math. It's 8:51 now.
Now, Weasel Total Traffic from the Gerald's Tires